Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Kurnia Oktora Putri. Today I would like to present my topic about giving and receiving feedback. Giving effective feedback. First is concentrate on the behavior, not the person. One strategy is to open by starting the behavior in question, then describing how you feel about it, and ending with what you want. This model enables you to avoid sounding a cool story by using I and focusing on behavior instead of assumed interpretation. For example, I haven't seen you in the class in 4 weeks. I'm worried that you are missing important information. Can we meet soon to discuss it? Instead of you obviously don't care about this course. Second is to balance the content. Use the sandwich approach, begin by providing comment on specific strengths. This provides reinforcement and identifies the things the recipient should keep doing. Then identify specific areas of improvement and ways to make change. Include with a positive comment. This model helps to boost their confidence and keep the weak areas in perspective. For example, your presentation was great. You made a good eye contact and were well prepared. You were a little hard to hear at the back of the room, but with some practice you can overcome this. Keep up the good work. Instead of you didn't speak loudly enough. However, the presentation was great. Third is the specific. Avoid general comments that may be of limited use to the receiver. Try to include examples to illustrate your statement, as well offering alternatives rather than just giving advice allows the receiver to decide what to do with your feedback. Next is be realistic. Feedback should focus on what can be changed. It is useless and frustrating for recipients to get comments on something over which they have no control. Also, remember to avoid using the word always and never. People's behavior is rarely that consistent. Next is on the feedback. When offering evaluative comment, use the pronoun I rather than they or one, which would imply that your opinion is universally agreed on. Remember, the feedback is merely your opinion. Six is be timely. Seek an appropriate time to communicate your feedback. Being prompt is key since feedback loses its impact or if delayed too long. Delayed feedback can also cause feelings of guilt and resentment in the recipient if the opportunity for improvement has passed. As well, if your feedback is primarily negative, take time to prepare what you will say or write. And the last is offer continuing support. Feedback should be a continuous process, not a one-time event. After offering feedback, make a conscious effort to follow up. Let recipients know you are available if they have questions and if appropriate, ask for another opportunity to provide more feedback in the future. Next is receiving feedback effectively. First is listen to the feedback given. This means not interrupting. Hear the person out and listen to what they are really saying, not what you assume they will say. You can absorb more information if you are concentrating on listening and understanding rather than being defensive and focusing on your response. Next is be aware of your responses. Your body language and tone of voice often speak louder than words. Try to avoid putting up barriers if you look distracted and bored. That sends a negative message as well. Attentiveness, on the other hand, indicates that you value what someone has to say and put both of you at ease. Third is be open. This means being receptive to new ideas and different opinions. Often there is more than one way of doing something, and others may have a completely different viewpoint on a given topic. You may learn something worthwhile. You can then organize them into your introduction, your main content, and your conclusion. Make sure you do enough research to support your point. Next is understand the message. Make sure you understand what is being said to you, especially before responding to the feedback. Ask questions for clarification if necessary. Listen actively by repeating key points so that you know you have interpreted the feedback correctly. In a group environment, ask for other feedback before responding. As well, when possible, be explicit as to what kind of feedback you are seeking beforehand, so you are not taken by surprise. Fifth is reflect and decide what to do. Assess the value of the feedback, the consequences of using it or ignoring it, and then decide what to do because of it. Your response is your choice. If you disagree with the feedback, consider asking for a second opinion from someone else. And the last is follow up. There are many ways to follow up on feedback. Sometimes your follow-up will simply involve implementing the suggestion given to you. In other situations, you might want to set up another meeting to discuss the feedback or to resubmit the revised work. And the last is thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.